Hello everybody and welcome to this After Hours Gaming League match between Groupon and Match.com. This is the first preseason game of 2014 and our first match is going to be a PvP between HjKim and Nastybutler. And let's just go ahead and jump into that replay. Again, these are replays from preseason 1 match between Groupon and Match.com. And I am Menasaur, a Zerg player from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's get this all loaded up, and it's going to be on Heavy Rain, a newer two-position map, two-player map. And in the bottom position, we have the Red Protoss representing Team Match.com. We have Nastybutler. And in the top position, we have the Blue Protoss player. He represents Team Groupon. His name is HjKim. Okay, we've got a PvP in our hands, guys. We're going to see Stalkers. We're going to see Immortals. It's going to be funny. In general, I gotta say I'm a Zerg player, so it's hard for me to understand the meta completely of PvP. I've seen a lot of Huck streams where he will definitely look like he's going to lose, but he wins it with less than his opponent. I'm not sure how that works out, but Mothership Core has a lot to do with it. Mothership Core really key in PvP, getting off photon overcharges as well as doing time warp. We are going to have a 9 pylon scout from our Groupon friend, HjKim. He's going to go down. Basically see the same thing most likely. This is a very early scout just to see maybe where that first pylon is to make sure he's not getting proxied so that he knows not to invest in the cyber core and what his gas timing should be in general. Looks like everyone's using their chrono into probes, or will be, for that matter. Pretty much identical build so far. Gateway opening, supernatural. Probably see gas coming on fairly soon in a cyber core, so they can both get warp gate fairly quickly. And PvP warp gate is absolutely crucial. Little probe looking around. Where's that second pylon gonna go for Mr. Blue? Are you gonna do something funny? Nope. Second pylon coming down for Nastybutler. Second pylon coming down for HjKim. Gas timing's pretty much identical. It looks like it's just going to be a warp gate opening. We do have a second gas coming down from HjKim. Maybe leaving to tech a little bit faster. I mean, DT expands and natural are pretty still standard, I believe, in PvP. So we might be seeing that. Cyber core's coming down for both players. We do have Chrono being saved by our friend HjKim. It looks like he might want to Chrono out Warp Gate just a bit faster than his opponent. No, he decided to use it on probes. Maybe that's his last probe Chrono. HjKim definitely looking to see if he's going to pop down that natural, but he should know that it's not going to be popped down. He needs to see where that third pylon is. He definitely got there early enough to where he could have saw if a probe left. If you remember it or not, I'm not sure, but not one is on the map. But where will that third pylon go for both players? 2 in the front, warp gate being chronoed. We do have that third pylon being put down on the side of the base, away from the scout of HjKim. So our Red Protoss player wants to do something techie early to secure an expansion and do some economic damage to our friend at Groupon. Third pylon coming down from our blue player. Gonna see what tech he decides to choose. And his warp gate is further along than our other opponent. For sure, there is a sort of timing with it, however, we'll see if he wants to really press that. And what do we have here? We do have a Twilight Council. We'll either be seeing Blink Stalkers or DTs. I believe it's going to be Blink Stalkers. We do have one Stalker out patrolling the base. Definitely killed off that probe from our Groupon friend. So a total of 3 gateways for our blue player. Our blue Groupon Protoss, HjKim. Got a sentry, 2 Stalkers. Mothership Core is out for Nastybutler. Both players, we'll see what exactly they want to do with this. We do see basically a 4-gate timing, Oh no, we do. No, instead of Blink Stalkers, we do see DTs over here. So this will be a DT expand. This could be really deadly. We don't have a Robo. We don't have a Stargate to make oracles in order to make an oracle to do Revelation. Stalkers looking for pesky pylons. Not really going to find any. Not looking to expand anytime soon, but definitely have zealots at the ramp to stop any sort of scout. We do have another probe scout coming out from HjKim. Going to come down to the center of Heavy Rain, which, if they're lucky, they may meet. If he's lucky, he may not meet these stalkers. We do see the move out from HjKim. 5 stalkers, 2 sentries. And we're going to see him try to put down a proxy pylon, but that is absolutely going to not happen because that probe is now dead. And really, HjKim is in a really rough position right now. DTs will be on the field in just a moment. The DT shrine is nearly completed, and this 4-gate timing is coming up, and he doesn't have a way to resupply close up. He is sending another probe. I don't think Mr. Butler knows about this. However, it doesn't necessarily matter. There are 3 DTs on the field right now, and this is enough to stop anything. And the engage. He's going to aim at the... Nope, doesn't get the probe. However, these 3 stalkers will go down, but we have these 3 DTs that are going to do some awesome work on these stalkers from HjKim. Does he even notice? Does he notice? He doesn't notice, and he loses a sentry with a lot of energy on it. He's going to kill these zealots and move into the natural and definitely move into the main, but he won't really have that much. I mean, he lost his sentries to force field the ramp, and now there's way more DTs on the field, and there's 2 DTs. Well, they're coming back, so there's 3 DTs attacking. I thought 2 going to the other base, but no, but he's going to kill stuff in the mineral line, but he needs to get detection. Prano, is he even working on detection? Absolutely not. And all of that is cleaned up. We do have that pylon by the 3rd of Nastybutler. However, this little line of DTs are just heading up to the main. And I don't think he's going to have time to get out an observer or a cannon. This is going to be... He needs a sentry to force field that ramp right now. That's what he needs to do. He needs to force field that ramp and keep him out until he can get detection out. This DT expand worked so well. Nastybutler's natural is getting up. And here come those DTs up the ramp. And they're not attacking. They're still trying to get up. And now they're attacking. Where are these? That cannon's going to get picked up nearly immediately. HjKim trying to get some sort of detection out, but not really. He needs to chrono out this observer right now. It has to come out, and he needs to keep units alive. Will he get out? And no! He is not able to get out an observer, and he is basically dead in the water. This is basically GG, ladies and gentlemen. And Match.com will be taking this game 1 in a series of 4. And there we have it. Match.com taking that game 1 on Heavy Rain. And now we move on to game number 2. Droz versus size 12 font on Daedalus Point. And here we are on Daedalus Point, a ZVZ between Droz and size 12 font. And the bottom right-hand corner, we have that blue Zerg. He represents Team Groupon. He is Droz. In the top left-hand corner, we have that red Zerg. Representing Team Match.com, we have our friend Size 12 Font, which his name is actually Zerg on here. But Size 12 Font, I like that a lot better. I hope he's a designer, of course. So ZVZ, we're going to see what the pool timing is. If it's going to be early, if it's going to be a little bit later, if they're going to decide to go hatch first. It's not necessarily a gamble. You can go 15 hatch, 15 pool, though it's safer to go 15 pool, 15 hatch, and hold off some early ling aggression. That seems to be what I've come to understand from ZVZ. And we'll see this gas timing in general. Oh, we do have a 10 pool from or a 9 pool from our friend, size 12 font from TeamMatch.com. Going 9 pool or 10 pool in ZVZ I think is okay. You don't make lings after the first 6, and you use them to instill fear, make them make units instead of drones, try to deny an expansion. You want to do certain things like that, just poke and prod, and maybe stop mining time, because that all is your goal, is to either do some sort of economic damage, either it be the making units, pulling drones, and whatnot. We do have a 14 pool coming from our Groupon player Droz. Droz getting in that scout, not seeing the spawning pool yet, but you see that there's not many drones going on. And these first 3 larvae after that spawning pool will be Zerglings. And it will be sort of scary. Let's just see if the reaction time from our friend Droz is appropriate. His spawning pool will be done in time to make an adequate defense. He could put down a spine crawler. He could make lings. The queen, I don't think, will necessarily be out yet, but he did expand, and he's decided to get gas right now, so it looks like he wants to get speed fairly quickly. I would have put that into a spine crawler myself. And not making Zerglings, knowing that they're coming, and these 6lings are coming into the natural, and he has canceled the natural, which I think is a horrible idea. You want to keep it on, because then those Zerglings will work at it, and you want to waste time, especially to get, oh, and then the panic 2 spines. I don't think Droz really read the fact that that 9 pull is coming for him. These 2 spine crawlers not so good, and he is pulling back on a mineral walk, trying to attack. Don't attack, you should just be running around until your queen comes out. Oh, losing quite a few drones right there. 7 workers lost. And honestly, cancel one of these. He could cancel one of these right now. And there's only 1 Zergling remaining. Are there any more Zerglings in production? Not so much. We have our friend. How is the worker lead? Oh, gosh. Our friend size 12 font really got in the lead there with worker count. He thinks this, Droz thinks this is going to keep going. In this particular situation, the Zerg wants to do a 9 pool because it wants to get you behind. If it gets you behind enough, he's going to keep going with it. But he was able to safely expand pretty much behind that. He has Overlords placed in adequate locations to see Zerglings coming for him. However, do we have even speed coming? What's his... Do we have speed on these? Okay, so what we saw with this was Droz decided to make this gas geyser not knowing that all those lings were coming, and it wasn't necessarily a good idea because this is a drone that could have been doing something, and he only really needs 1 spine crawler. To be honest, this could be another drone. That's quite a lot of larvae. I mean, quite a lot of money. And we do have more lings coming in, and speed is nearly researched. So we're going to see if our friend Droz is going to be able to push away size 12 font. And we have nearly 10 seconds till metabolic boost is complete for our red Zerg player. Will he continue on the pressure? Will he continue pushing into the main of Droz? And he will. And this is basically a contain from our red Zerg player, not being able to expand Droz. It now has to sort of get fortified, and what he needs right now is Banelings. He doesn't really need Zergling speed, he just needs Banelings. And more queens. And he's bulking up a bunch of minerals right now. He could just be making another hatch and just fight back. It just depends. It looks like he, and we do have a Roach Warren. We do have a Roach Warren coming down from our Groupon player Droz. I don't think that's a good idea either. And this is Ling Bling War time. And really it's, well, both are going Roach. So does he see that? Did he see that going Roach? They're both going Roach, which I guess that is kind of good. However, you can't really make roaches at this point in the game. You can't afford to really get that much gas. You need to focus on really just getting a cheap tech, a cheap kind of tech to get out of this, which would be Banglings, in order to be able to fortify to get a natural expansion, and then from there be able to scout and see the roaches, so that you may be able to counter with the roaches or make enough spine crawlers and lings to hold yourself off on 2 base so you can get Muta. It necessarily depends, but we are seeing roach production begin for our blue Zerg player and our red Zerg player too. However, it's not really going to be enough. This is 1 base Zerg versus 2 base Zerg. What's the worker lead? 36 to 13. Yes, it's pretty bleak for our Groupon player, unfortunately. But Droz playing a very smart. I mean, not Droz. Size 12 font playing a very smart game. going for that 9 pull, getting some economic damage, and then scaring his opponent into staying into one base without making a cost-effective way of breaking a contain and feeling safe with taking a natural expansion. Roaches coming across the map from size 12 font. We do have a fight in the main, however, Droz is able to push it off. He should be able to expand right now, or should want to expand right now. That's really what he needs to do. He needs to hurry up and get on 2 or 3 bases and work up to his tier 2, tier 3 composition, or what he wants to go in those particular areas. So a few roaches moving out, looking. He does have an overlord able to see that army. Size 12 font seeing that his opponent is on 1 base and knows that once he eliminates this army, he will have no army. We are seeing a Baneling that's come down from our friend size 12 font, so he wants to be able to cost-effectively trade with this army in order to crush it. Because once this army is gone, there is no replenishment of it. There's not enough larvae. Even though there are, I mean, quite a few larva injects were missed on this queen. And we wait for the standoff, really. It is a standoff. We have Ling Roach versus Ling Roach. 2 base versus 1 base. 45 to 15 drones in favor of our Match.com player. And we have Droz making his move right now, moving out of the base. Gonna try to see if he can get some kind of surround or move in on it, and he A-moves. Nope, he's pulling back. Yeah, he is. He's gonna keep going. He's gonna try to take this out, but his army is separated. He needs to keep his roaches hitting on that particular part of the army while his lings tank. And the banglings are coming down. Oh, the lings won't be enough for our Groupon player. Galen's Reconstitution, Roach Speed, about to finish. Bangling's coming right in to take care of, taking care of, I mean, not all the lings. He pulled away his lings, so now's the time to get in there. I don't know what he's making right now. He has more roaches coming from his main. This will not be enough with with Roach Speed. It's not going to be able to he's going to be able to reinforce rather fast. And Droz has GG'd, and Match.com has taken this game too. And there you have it. Size 12 font representing Match.com taking game 2 off Groupon. And Match.com is now on game point. Groupon needs to go ahead and win the next 2 in order to get to the ace match. And here we are on Frost LE. In the top right-hand corner, we have that red Zerk player representing Match.com. His name is AxeBeast. In the bottom right-hand position, we have that blue Terran player representing Team Groupon. We have Ginger. So here we are on Frost, a definitely Zerg-favored map. Very wide open areas, some little choke areas, but definitely a lot of areas in which surrounds are assured. We're going to see what these 2 players necessarily want to do. I've never seen either of them play. Ginger I've heard of as I guess a macroing Terran player. And AxeBeast I've never seen play. So we'll see how exactly this plays out. Team Groupon needs to win this match as well as the next one in order to carry it to the ace match. But we will see if they will be able to do that. AxeBeast, all it has to do is win this, and it's over. And Match.com will go home with the preseason gold medal for this match. We are seeing a cross-map drone scout while the Overlord is going south. I kind of like its trajectory, sort of, if it was over a bit, to see what's being built. Wow, we're seeing sort of an early... No, I guess that's right, 13 or 12. Against Terran, I don't feel good about putting my trajectory of my overlords in the middle of the map, especially around their base, because just one Marine is going to make the day extremely sad. Unbelievably sad, actually. I can't be bothered with sadness in these games. there's already enough anxiety. We are seeing this gas has been taken by Ginger from Team Groupon. He has a SCV here not doing anything. Not sure if that's going to interrupt his timing. He is making his first Marine, and if he's lucky, he will be able to get this Overlord. We did have a 15 hatch into 15 pool, and a gas, indicating definitely wants to get speed or maybe a quick lair, but probably speed. But only putting 2 drones on it. We'll have to see what timing that really comes out to. Again, in these games, bunker indicating racks expand. Yep, there it goes. Expand going down. In these particular games that I've been casting for After Hours Gaming League, it's definitely varying in skill level. Mid-level players to mid-high level players. So some of the play is less standard of what is called standard at the moment, because I was actually watching some games from Wings of Liberty and early HOTS and how much things have changed. We do have this Overlord just chilling over here, not getting picked up, which it could be picked up. There's really nowhere for it to go. Oh, Merry Christmas, guys. Queen's popping out. We do see our Zerg player have almost 200 gas. Not sure what he's going for. He's going for a Roach one. He might want to go for a Roach bust. Does have a second gas right now, but not sure why he's not mining it. Not sure how it plays into his build. Maybe he's just going to do 2 base Roach and just kind of snowball it and see if it works out. The natural expansion from Ginger is going down. SCV count needs to be up a bit. Floating some money at the moment. Maybe going for a 1-1-1? Or no, just going for it. Yeah, because you're not lifting it up. Ginger not going for making, well, no, he's making Widow Mines, not going for the early Hellion pressure. I don't exactly like this play from Ginger. Against a Zerg player, you need map control. You need Hellions in the early part of the game just to make sure Zerg is not expanding everywhere and just being able to deny thirds. So we do have a scan coming down the main, seeing that he's definitely still on lair, only getting gas from, well, now getting it from 2 geysers and a Roach Warren, which will make him very prepared for certain things. And oh, is he going to run outside and try to kill that? No, he's just going to go back into the bunker. And a Widow Mine will be placed in front of Ginger's base. Creep spread's starting out kind of well. We'll see. How many do we see? We see a 3 queen opening. This is actually really good because you're able to get creep going, especially toward your 3rd location, which you would like to take pretty soon. Speed is nearly done. Zergling's coming in, and we're seeing Lair come in also. So maybe the Roaches were for Hellion defense, and since there weren't any Hellions, he just didn't go with it. Which is kind of, I mean, it's good to have tech, regardless if you use it, just in case you think you might need it. Especially if you're not scouting, you're a player that's not really good at scouting. This Overlord has just been chilling here. It needs to die. Not really, I love it. And this Overlord placement is absolutely perfect. He'll be able to see anywhere coming from his general area. And we do have a drop coming in with 1 Widow Mine and 6 Marines. We'll see if it will be able to do anything. I don't think our Zerg player has seen it, even though all of his forces are absolutely right there and ready for it. But is he going around it? He is going around it. Does our Zerg player see it? Doesn't look like it. Let's see his reaction time with his lings, or pulling his drones. And Ginger goes down, and so does that Widow Mine, moving right in a good position next to it. And let's see what he gets off on. Oh! I don't think it really did that much, but 34 to 29. So he's kind of evening up, putting on some pressure. 6 Roaches in production. First Roach is out. I don't necessarily know if it's going to do anything. A lot of Lings out. And he's able to kill quite a few Lings and pick up 3 of his Marines. What, will he lose this medevac? Will he? Will he? Oh! And what did that kill? How many kills does it have? 5 kills on this Widow Mine. Ginger doing some work on our friend AxeBeast. AxeBeast not being able to have fast reaction time with those drones, nor his army. Wow. Cleaned up, but at what cost? 18 workers killed by our friend Ginger. Currently, Terran is in the lead with the worker count with 36. Oh, wow. I wanted to see the... It would have been cool, but... That is a lot. Ginger pulling a great drop on our Zerg player. AxeBeast not reacting to it effectively, and now he's going into Muta on 2 base. And he already sunk a lot of gas into roaches. Don't exactly like this play. I don't think AxeBeast has sort of a handle on his strategy right now, because these roaches are going to become absolutely worthless in the mid game. They're not fast enough. They're not really cost effective in trading with Marines, because we have a bio-mine force being made here, and roaches don't have the DPS against it unless you do a roach hydra timing within like the beginning of the mid game only. There's no room for it later, to be honest. It's just not cost effective in the least, I believe. We are seeing that third come down for AxeBeast. We are seeing his creep kind of stop. Third being taken by Ginger without any kind of stop. And we have a drop. An awesome drop coming up from Ginger. He will see these two. Let's see the reaction time from our friend AxeBeast. Fairly quick. He's going to lose all of these medevacs, but it doesn't matter. He's definitely ahead. And how are the upgrades? Upgrades are even. No, and that drop absolutely not doing very much. And it's cleaned up effectively, but he's able to take his third base. But again, we have roaches, which aren't good at denying bases and being very quick. You need lings for that reason. But we are seeing them come out. Scan coming down, revealing a Mutalisk den. But we aren't seeing mutas just yet, and we're seeing more roaches being built and ranged attack. I'm not sure our Zerg player is reading our Terran player correctly, not seeing that he is going bio-mine. That he will not be able to really... Oh, but no, that's okay. So one Widow Mine detonates on this Overseer. So that should be sort of... for me, if I see a random Overseer, I usually think it's ahead of the mutas or ahead of the army. So Ginger now will lift up. That's all he had to do was lift up. Ginger, he lifts for a living. And we're seeing this Bio Force come over. And the attack... Stim is on. Having a hard time, but not really. Just taking out the roaches, and there are a few roaches slowly coming in. However, these will be picked off, and I think AxeBeast is a little too far behind to really catch back up. Invested his gas to tech that really didn't help him cause any type of damage. And let's see what Ginger decides to do. Is he going to just chill back, get his third base, or is he actually going to try to move and deny... Oh! He's going to get Overlords. Smart bro. I wonder what happened to that one Overlord here. But Ginger's in full production right now. Let's see. 45 to 47. It's pretty even at the moment. However, our Zerg player is still making, or has roaches made. He made mutas now, but I don't necessarily think this is good for our Zerg player. Where are our upgrades? Do you have upgrades, Ginger? 1-1 is coming in. Carapace is finishing. And we have another drop going toward the third from Ginger. Do have a Ling Roach Muta army right here. This is adequate for stopping the drop, and it's definitely in the right location. Will he move away? Or will his reaction time be slow? We will see. And, oh my gosh, Ginger's going to lose both of these medevacs. Oh. But we have two more going to the natural right now. And dropping immediately to be able to try to do some type of damage. However, perfect surround by the Zerg player, as well as his medevacs will get cleaned up. Ginger's allowing AxeBeast to get back into the game. Not taking out a Thurn or aggressing that Thurn as he should. Our Zerg player's thinking about moving in, or at least being in a position in which to stop things moving out. He's got to be careful of these Widow Mines. He doesn't have an Overseer, or he does have one Overseer with him. The third of Ginger's getting saturated. 1-1 is about to finish. It is 1-1. No, it's level 2. 2-2 is about to finish. Or it's 1 attack and level 2. 1 attack, level 2. No, it is 2-2, excuse me. Or is it? Yeah, it is 2-2, excuse me. These mutas behind the third, taking out SCVs. The bio coming back in, it's stimming itself to death in a way. If it stimms one more time, it's not going to be a good idea. He does have a few medevacs out, but he's lost a lot of his medevacs here with the drops. There's a lot of missile turrets. This was a suicide for these mutas. Oh, it's a very sad muta day. And the bio just kind of running around, but whatever. And we do have Zerg taking this very tricky fourth. Less standard for it, but this is a huge bio army. This is going to be able to rip through anything our Zerg player throws at. He just doesn't have the larva. His money, well, both people's money are necessarily out of control, but definitely a more even match. However, our Terran player having the stronger composition, and our Zerg player not having the equal composition to counter it. Banglings are absolutely important at this point because they're so cost effective. And the DPS with these roaches just won't be enough, and we will see a GG in a moment. There's no way that our Zerg player AxeBeast is going to be able to stop this bio army. Drones being pulled to the fourth, like straight to the fourth. But never mind, it doesn't matter. Oh! And Ginger goes ahead and moves up into the main, and there's a Spore Crawler not burrowed. And a scan comes down looking for Bangling Mines or just about anything else, and we have a 2 front assault. Roach is trying to get something done, but not going to work out. The top is still alive. The bottom is still alive. And there's only 8 roaches basically between him and victory. Make that 3 or 2. More bio coming up and streaming up from the bottom. This natural is definitely going to go down. There still has this 4th base, but I don't think that this is really going to produce anything. And 3-3 has just started for our Terran player, and Terran bio at 3-3 is absolutely scary. And we do have the GG, and Ginger, representing Team Groupon, takes this game 3, which he needed to do because it was game point. Now, will our next player be able to do so? Oh. Team Groupon taking game number 3. And now it's time for game number 4. Wolfbrother versus Yoshi on Polar Night LE. And here we are on Polar Night spawning at the south position. We have that blue Terran representing Team Groupon. His name is Wolfbrother. In the top position, we have the red Terran player. He represents TeamMatch.com. His name is Yoshi. So, we have TeamMatch.com on match point. If they win this match, they win it all. If Wolfbrother wins this match, we will go to the ace match. I've seen Wolfbrother play before. He's a macro Terran player. He likes to get that natural expansion fairly quickly and just make a whole bunch of Marines and try to overpower his opponent. I can't say that I've seen him play a TVT though. And TVT is absolutely my favorite matchup. It is just so many different options at the beginning that can hit in a certain way, like Cloak Banshee, any type of early aggression, any type of 1-1-1 drop or 1-1-1 in general. We are seeing the barracks coming down from both players, identical builds basically right now. But I do like Yoshi's building placement in TVT, because you really don't need anything blocking off the front. The only time you really need to wall off is against Zerg. Or Hellion run-bys, so. But you would see that, necessarily. Wolfbrother coming up to scout the natural, definitely seeing he's not going to go CC first. We'll come up, see that, the gas timing. We'll see Yoshi's barracks and not have to be worried about a proxy 11-11. And by both players' gas timing, we're not going to see a Reaper. And maybe we might see a Reaper after Marine. And it doesn't look like either player is going to go mech. At least at this point in the game. We do have Yoshi keeping his SCV by the natural, seeing when he expands. We do have that factory coming down from Yoshi. He's continuing to make Marine. He has one on the way. I'm not sure if he has another one in queue. We're seeing that reactor core come down from Wolfbrother. And Wolfbrother's now going to try to expand? No? We'll be able to get this SCV kill. And will we have first blood? We will have first blood. Wolfbrother taking Yoshi's SCV out. Yoshi bringing back his other SCV. Marine's still in production over on this side of the map. Not taking an expansion right now is Yoshi. Not understanding necessarily what he's doing. He is putting on more supply depots, and he is going to get a tech lab. Maybe do a tank Marine push? Or is he getting ready to do Cloak Banshee? Looks like he's getting ready to do Cloak Banshee. But Wolfbrother getting down his expansion in such style. This is what he's known of doing. Getting that expand, getting that money rolling so he can just keep putting Marines down the throat of his opponent. And that factory is finished. We're going to see an add-on, we're going to see a liftoff, or we're going to see a starport come down. And Wolfbrother getting another scout in the main, sees 4 Marines. Not too much else. There is a tank coming out of this factory at the moment. So I'm not necessarily sure what Yoshi is doing, but it's going to be an offense. It's going to be a very strong push, one-base push. Right now, Wolfbrother should be keen to that and seeing his natural is not down yet. Starport coming down, moving over. And we do have a tech lab. Is he going to switch it with the... What's he going to switch it with? It looks like he's going to go Cloak Banshee too. What's going to go on this tech lab? Is it the starport? Oh, it's going to be a drop. A tank. And quite a few Marines. We do have a lot of Marines waiting. Oh, it's a Raven. He's getting... Oh, good call. So we have a Raven come out first. Going to be ready for any Cloak Banshee play if that is necessarily the case. But Yoshi is going for some type of timing with tanks, Marines, and medevacs off one base even. Like a baller. Wolfbrother just macroing up. Getting that macro going. Making SCVs. And here it is. 2 tanks, a bunch of Marines. A 3rd tank coming out. Maybe wait till he gets a 4th tank to move out. He doesn't have any upgrades. Doesn't have stim, combat shields. Are those coming down for... No, those aren't coming down for Wolfbrother either. But his Raven is out. If there was Cloak Banshee, he would be able to stop it. And a Viking. Wow. So what will Yoshi's moving out now with his little force. 3, making a 4th tank. 3 tanks moving out and 12 Marines. 2 medevacs. This will be a strong push. He will be able to fortify very well. There won't be really any way as long if those tanks siege. There's going to be no way for our boy Wolfbrother to really cause hurt on him. More barracks coming down. And we're going to see him move into tank production? Or widow mine? Or what is he going to do with the factory? Not necessarily... Oh. But if he is able to hold this, he'll be in such a great position. However, I don't think he's going to be able to hold this. His army is kind of divided at the moment, and the tanks and the Marines are moving in. And here comes the siege, and these Marines are just going to get destroyed. The siege is on if the natural Wolfbrother. Wolfbrother pulls all of his SCVs and needs to just lift his command center and get it out of there and cancel his refineries. One finishes, and a Marine comes out on a bad rally point. Oh, this is absolutely terrible. We do have our first tank coming out, but I don't think it's really going to be enough. These tanks are going to be able to siege up in a position in this area and just really cause some hurt on them. Wolfbrother tank not sieged. Moving over to an area where he shouldn't really be. He should be sniped. Needs to get back. And here it is. And here comes the siege. And it looks like Yoshi's about to take this game. He is taking his expansion behind this, so this is doing a lot of work. SCV's being pulled by Wolfbrother. And oh my gosh, has Yoshi just one base Wolfbrother? No way! It looks like Match.com will be taking this preseason series. And there is the GG from Wolfbrother. I would like to thank Team Groupon and Team Match.com for allowing me to cast their games in the After Hours Gaming League, sponsored by Red Bull and Day 9 TV. Thank you, and I have been Menasor.